Let's run it back with the 1989 Black Cement Air Jordan 4. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already, why don't you hit that subscribe button. Originally released in 1989 and worn on the feet of Michael Jordan during the 1989 All-Star Game, as well as the 1989 NBA playoffs. When the Air Jordan 4 Black Cement came out, Tinker Hatfield, the designer of the model, changed up his promotion of the model from the 3 to the 4 and added the Flight series, where the Air Jordan 4 would be the leader of the Flight series, and you would get the takedown model, which was the Air Flight 89 and the Air Solo Flight, and so on and so on. And Michael Jordan would be the leader of the Flight team. And with that came unbelievable clothing that went along with the Air Jordan 4, like this original style t-shirt from 1989, as well as the clothing you see in this 1989 Nike product catalog. You could see some nice Flight jackets, the Flight pants, the t-shirts. Everything that went along with the Air Jordan 4 series had great promotional clothing to go along with the shoe. You could also see the Air Jordan 4 product placed in a lot of TV shows and movies back in 1989, especially on the feet of the character Dwayne Wade in the TV series A Different World. He would wear the Air Jordan 4 throughout that season of the TV show. You could also see great commercials brought out by Jordan Brand or Nike at the time, such as this one that was a spin-off commercial from the most recent movie, She's Gotta Have It, directed by Spike Lee, with the characters Nola and Mars Blackman.
Yes, Mars.
Nola.
And one of the greatest commercials of all time in the Jordan Brand series would be the Mars Blackman versus Michael Jordan Is It the Shoes commercial. I did in fact buy in 1996 off eBay a size 8 original 1989 Black Cement. This shoe was completely dead stock, and in 1999 when they gave the word that they were going to bring back the Black Cement in its original glory, I sold off that original Air Jordan from 1989, which is one of my biggest regrets, because it had that upper that I would like to show with the upper of the Durabuck. It did have a kind of nice shine to it, similar to the 2024 version that came out. The material, like the Durabuck that they used, when it wasn't cracked, it looks really, really nice. But in fact, we did get the 1999 Retro. That was the first run of the second run, or the first model in the second run of Retros, where Jordan Brand, or aka Nike at the time, was trying to bring back some of the old models, and the Air Jordan 4 was the first model to come out in the second run of Retros. So the story goes, in 1999 when these came out, they didn't actually, or that I know of, didn't release in Winnipeg. So I called up my aunt who lived in Toronto, where I used to live, and I called her and I found out what store had it. I called every store in the Toronto market, and I found that Square One in Mississauga had a size at the Athletes World. So I got my aunt to go there at 8 in the morning, and I said, there's probably going to be a line. There's probably going to be, a good 20 people in line waiting for these. She walked into the store. I told her to go at 9. She showed up at 10, and she said no one was there, and they had my size. Luckily, my aunt found the size I wanted, so I ended up getting this 1999 version of the Black Cement. One of my favorite sneaker memories was when my aunt told me she got it for me and will be sending it to me in the next mail day. And the only way for us to find out about new releases of sneakers back in the day was through Slam Magazine or through internet sites such as MySpace. I remember going on to MySpace, Nike Talk, trying to find out if certain models were coming back. When I did receive the shoes from my aunt, I was upset a little bit that they didn't come in the original Black Flight original box that the original pair came in. But as soon as I opened the box and I picked these up, the shoe itself looked exactly like the 89 version in most points. With that Nike Air on the heel, the shape of the shoe was perfect. I had these in Sole Swap. It started crumbling a couple years ago, so I had it sole swapped. It's not the best sole swap job, but they are wearable. And my favorite part, and it was the very first time we ever saw one of these, was the retro card. In the 1999 version of the Air Jordan 4 Black Cement, it came with this unbelievable retro card, which gave you information on the original release of the shoe and what Michael Jordan did in this shoe. And we all know what Michael Jordan did in this shoe.
Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won. Jordan beat him at the buzzer with a jump shot in the circle, and Chicago has knocked off the Cavs 101 to 100.
We have seen a few retros over the year, and I think we're going on to our 6th version of the Black Cement Air Jordan 4. 2006, I think it was, countdown pack, the 2012s. I think it was the 2012s, I can't remember, but those were the garbage. I was so excited to get those shoes back in the day, and then when you got them, it had that Jumpman on the back. It had the shitty paint job that I don't understand the paint job on these sneakers now, because back in 89 or all the way up to 99, the paint would be like almost in the material instead of on top. So when we got those countdown pack Jordans, they started cracking like after the first couple wears, and I just didn't understand how that could happen. The only good thing about the countdown pack version of the Air Jordan 4 Black Cement that I remember, it did have the white cut stitch line, but those retros I cancel out because I don't find those at all good. We also got the 2019 version, and to me the 2019 version is perfect, exception of the white cut lines that was easily added by me with a little bit of customization. The toe box is a little off on the 2019, but it's not that bad. I do have them on my feet as we speak. I am wearing them. The 2019 version is a great Air Jordan 4. Yesterday, the 2024 version of the Black Cement Air Jordan 4 released. I want to know what you guys think about the release because I didn't end up getting it. I can't justify paying that much money for a shoe that I pretty much just bought a couple of years ago. I do, in fact, like the way it looks. And it really bugs me that it looks better than the 2019 version in terms of the shape of the shoe. It looks more in line with the 1999 retro than any of the other models prior. The leather itself is not the turnoff. It's just that I have this shoe and I just got this shoe in 2019. I feel like it's the same shoe. And if I do end up getting the new one, I probably won't wear my other one. Having it being leather just solidified me not getting it is okay. But if I am wandering into a store and there's my size on the shelf, I will probably pick it up. But waking up early, standing in line, not this time, not for this model. The model itself is my favorite of all time. The Black Cement is my second favorite color from the model. My favorite is the Fire Red. Not to say this model is bad because it looks perfect. If you guys enjoy the new leather model, go for it because it looks awesome. And I think Jordan Brand is finally listening about certain aspects of the Air Jordan 4, Air Jordan 3, and so on, is the toe shape. The toe shape makes the shoe, and if you look at the toe shape of the 2024 model, it looks perfect. I'm hoping that they continue that shape onto the Military 4. Since I haven't had a Military 4 since 2006, I sold that model off because I just didn't like the angles of the mesh. The blue was off completely, and now a model coming out. Because we haven't seen a 1-to-1 version of the Military Blue since 1989. And with that shape that we see on this Black Cement version, it looks like they're going to bring it onto the Military version. And that shoe, since we've only had a retro twice instead of 6 times like this one, it feels more exciting to me to get the Military Blue Air Jordan 4 over the Black Cement. Now, what do you guys think about the Black Cement, also known as the Bread, which I don't like calling it, as to me, this will always be the Black Cement Air Jordan 4. Is it one of your favorites? Are you glad they took a little risk and changed the material on it? Are you one OG like me who likes it just the way it is? The Air Jordan 4 Black Cement. If you enjoy the content, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. If you're interested in the old school kicks like me, you can always follow me on Instagram at 4C23.